The following video was recorded on stolen Aboriginal land. CEDA acknowledges the first people of the land on which we live and work and pay our respects to elders past and present and emerging.
Hi, my name's Naomi Curry and I connected with CEDA way back in 2014, I think, and I was found through Facebook who one of the originals who started CEDA, saw me on Facebook in one of the NDIS grassroots group, and I was just talking about how I made the decision to do self-managing my NDIS plan. And so the person who found me, I think it was Kath, and she invited me to attend one of CEDA's planning cafes. And so I went along and I talked about my process of coming to the decision to decide on managing my own plan and the way that I have managed it. And it just evolved from there. I started to attend more planning cafes and got to know the disability community here in Newcastle in the Hunter Valley. And prior to that, I hadn't been involved in any kind of organisation at a community level here in Newcastle that relates to disability. And I found our community here in CEDA to be really supportive, and I got to meet other people and their peer groups. So, we have lots of peer groups, and it's not necessarily all revolve around your disability. We have very focused peer groups, and one of them is the Women's First peer group. As a woman, when you access services, I was reminded just how, according to service providers, how disabled I am. But my issue was that certain services do not really support people or women with disabilities. And one of those examples is healthcare services, especially around family planning, health issues around women's health in regards to reproduction and even attending clinics. They're not only incredibly intimidating, but the way these clinics are set up, they're not safe for a person with a disability who's in a wheelchair to try and navigate getting out of your chair and laying on an examination table, for argument's sake. I've experienced so many healthcare providers, particularly around family planning and your sexual health. The healthcare workers are not equipped. But I don't think they have I doubt that they have any real training that's targeted specifically for women with disabilities. And that's all disabilities, from the intellectual disability right through to a physical disability. I honestly feel that we, as the peer group says, Women's First, we are foremost, we are women, and our disability is secondary, I feel. But we're in we are a group of women who are supportive of each other, of what we choose to do, how we share our experiences, I think, to not normalise it, but I think to just, it's very powerful, I think, to just talking about it amongst a group who get you, the get you factor, and you don't have to explain so much like you would have to with, you know, people who don't have a disability. It really does come down to that, because when I have told some friends who don't have disabilities and the experiences I have in the healthcare system, like they're amazed that does that really happen? Like, and yeah, and I said yes, it's been happening for a long time. You know, we I guess our job isn't done until we can see that it's no longer a thing and no longer an issue. It just needs to be accepted, I genuinely believe. We share our experiences and give guidance where it's asked. So it may be at a peer group level, but it may be just one-on-one with peers. We can learn from each other's experiences as well, and how to navigate how we navigate to get the issue sorted out or find a solution. You know, like sharing tips, I think, as well. Even like we can refer each other to places we've known, or service providers, but just general, but even just at a social level, you know, a bunch of women come together where, you know, ideally, you know, we would meet together as a group, but we do a lot of our monthly sessions is via Zoom, and that allows women who are, you know, they're long distance travel, if they can't get to Newcastle to join, they can still be a part of the online Zoom catch-up sessions. Women's First and another service provider by the name of Shabui, we've come together to do this Women Count Us In event that's going to be on the 8th of September, and we are going to have a high tea, and we'll be talking. There'll be an opportunity where the lady from Shabui, her name's Ivy and I will be showing people how we can do vision boards. That's a real life Pinterest where you use scissors, magazines, glue, you know, pretty stuff, and you usually focus on an issue or a goal that you want to achieve. So I did one around landscaping, because we're landscaping our backyard at the moment, and so I made myself one and of the things that I like, and showed the landscaper and said, this is me, and that was really good for him to get a pic, like a real life picture of how I would like my garden to. Well, I think we probably, first of all, we will encourage, it's not essential that everyone should do one. It's up to them, it's their choice. And of course, they need to be comfortable with whatever they share on their vision board, that it can be shared and talked about in the group if they feel comfortable with. because it's a gathering of women with disabilities and our allies, or other people and other women in the community can attend our high tea. The event's going to be at 202 King Street, Newcastle, at the CEDA office, we are next door to Foghorn and a yoga studio, and it starts at 10 a.m. Well, we'll have a photographer there to take photos, and of course, if you don't want to be in the photo, you don't have to. It comes down to choice. 10 a.m, 8th of September.